I'm going to mute all mics for now. As soon as we start, then I'll give you an opportunity to speak. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryesu Sarvadam. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatiye Namaha. Om Shri Gurupyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaskaram and welcome to another episode of the, just a moment. Apologies for that. We'll get our program underway. Tonight we have from 7 to 7:30, we will practice the items that we have learned in our past weeks. This is our 8th episode of Padhyamulu and Paataalu, and we thank everyone for their dedicated attention. To start with tonight, we would like to look at the bhajan Ganesha Sharanam that we were learning a few weeks ago, and we're finally finding that our feat with this bhajana. Some people are still having a challenge with the tune, and we'd like to look at that bhajana tonight. I'm going to put the copy of the bhajana up for you. So we have learnt Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. The okay, can you see Ganesha Sharanam up on your screen? We will go through the bhajana again. I'm going to ask Rani Garu to help me with this bhajan. So Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha, Ganesha Sharanam, Sharanam Ganesha. Now this bhajana has got a number of different tunes that we've sung, and some of us are getting stuck in the old tune, so it's a bit difficult. So I'm going to go through the bhajana. I'm also having a challenge with the tune, and the best is to get our some of our musicians that are good with this with the tune to work on the tune for us. So I'm going to try with you to sing this bhajana, and we're going to go through it. Also, some of the words in the bhajana needs to be clarified for the singers. So let's give this bhajana a chance. Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Sharanam Ganesha. Can you hear in my tune as well?
Yes.
There is a challenge. So Rani Garu, how have you found this bhajan?
I'm also having a problem with that because I think the old tune is like embedded, and
Yes.
it's taking us a little bit time to
Yes.
actually, get it off there and, and in
You
tune
get
with
that. Okay.
tune.
So what
Yes.
I'm going to do is for now is to leave us to be comfortable with the tune we have, just to learn the song. But we need to actually polish up the tune, right? So it's a bit of a challenge in that sense. So I'm going to go through to the first Sharanam so that we can familiarize ourselves with the words. We all know the Pallavi, So we will try to get the tune right. So it's Gajamuga Vadana Sharanam Ganesha Parvati Putra Sharanam Ganesha Mushika Vahana Sharanam Ganesha Modagahasta Sharanam Ganesha Gajamugavadana Sharanam Ganesha Parvati Putra Sharanam Ganesha Mushigavahana Sharanam Ganesha Modagahasta Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha 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 Sharanam Ganesha Gajamuga Vadana Sharanam Ganesha Parvati Putra Sharanam Ganesha Mushika Vahana Sharanam Ganesha Modagahasta Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha Sharanam Ganesha Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Ganesha Shakti Putra Sharanam Ganesha Shammukha Sodara Sharanam Ganesha Shankatanashana Sharanam Ganesha Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Ganesha Shakti Putra Sharanam Ganesha Shanmukha Sodara Sharanam Ganesha Shankatanashana Sharanam Ganesha Shankatanashaka Sharanam Ganesha Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Ganesha Shakti Putra Sharanam Ganesha Shanmukha Sodara Sharanam Ganesha Shankatanashaka Sharanam Ganesha Ganesha 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 Sharanam Ganesha. What do you think of that, Rani Garu?
I think there's just slight, very, very slight difference there, especially with the first verse. Yes, the second line especially, I think.
Okay, so we'll put some practice towards this. I'd like to work with Sivaji Garu on this because if we can get the tune right on the harmonium, that will be really helpful for us,
Okay.
Okay, so we'll have a look at that. We'll work on that with him. Let's move on to the next item. We're going to revisit this bhajana. It's very important for us to get the tune right. There are two Sharanams in the song. So we've got Gajamukha Vadana, Sharanam Ganesha, Parvati Putra, Sharanam Ganesha. Mushika Vahana Sharanam Ganesha, Modagahasta Sharanam Ganesha. Then the last, the second Sharanam is Shanmukha Shambhu Kumara Sharanam Ganesha, Shakti Putra Sharanam Ganesha, Shanmukha Sodara Sharanam Ganesha, Shankata Nashaka Sharanam Ganesha. So we will revisit this bhajana again, and with the help of our musicians, we'll be able to get the tune right. We would like to get the tune right on this one. The next item that we'd like to revisit in our 7 to 7:30 slot is the Padhyam Bhuvanesha Govinda that we have learned in the previous week. I'm going to put that up on the screen for you now, and is it possible that there's somebody on the call tonight that will be able to recite Bhuvanesha Govinda for us? You'd like to give it a shot? Bhuvanesha Govinda Ravikoti Sankasha Pakshivahana Bhakta Parijata Yamboja Bhavarudra Jambari Sannuta Samagana Vilola Sarasaksha Vanadi Gambira Srivatsa Kaustubhavaksha Shankha Chakra Gadasi Sagyahasta Dinarakshaka Vasudeva Daitya Vinasa Naradarchita Devya Nagashayana Charunavaratna Kundala Shravana Yugala Vibhudavandita Padabja Vishwarupa Bhushana Vikasa Shri Dharma Puranivasa Dushta Samhara Narasamha Durita Dura. Namaskaram. Is there anybody on the call tonight that has been learning this Padhyam that perhaps wants to try to recite it with me? Okay, so I have recited the Padhyam for us for our benefit, and it has been recorded for us as well on YouTube. So for those who would like to revisit the Padhyam, you may learn it via the YouTube video, or you may contact me if you'd like some assistance with this Padhyam. We'd like to move on to the next item that we have previously done in our class, and that's the Padhyam Na Tandri Na Data. I'm happy to see that this Padhyam is already being recited out there by some of the individuals that have learned it from our class. Is there anybody who would like to try this Padhyam? Can I ask perhaps maybe Rani Garu or Kanta Garu or Roxana Garu to maybe attempt this Padhyam? Okay, I'm going to recite the Padhyam for you, and I will give an opportunity to somebody afterwards if they would like to then recite the Padhyam. Na Tandri Na Tata Na ishtadaivama Nannu mannanaseyu Narasimha దయయుంచు నా మీద దప్పులని శమించు నిగమ గోచర నాకు నీవే దిక్కు నే దురాత్ముడనంచు నీ మనంబున గోప గింపబోకుము స్వామి కేవలముగా ముక్తిదాయక నీకు మ్రొక్కినందకు నన్ను గరునించి రక్షించు కమలనామా దండిదోరవంచు నీవెంత దగిలినాను నేడు ప్రత్యక్షమై నన్ను నిర్వహింపు భూషణ వికాస శ్రీధర్మపుర నివాస దుష్ట సంహార నరసింహ దురిత దూరా Namaskaram. Can I please ask Kanta Garu if she would like to take this opportunity to recite the Padyam?
Namaskaram, Pravinta Garu. I'll give it a try.
Thank you.
Om Na Tandri Na Data Na Ishta Daivama Nannu Mannanaseyu Narasimha Dayayunchu Namida Dappula Nikshaminchu నిగమగోచర నాకు నీవే దిక్కు నే దురాత్ముడనంచు నీ మనసంబున గోప కింపబోకుము స్వామి కేవలముగా ముక్తిదాయక నీకు మ్రొక్కినందుకు నన్ను కరుణించి రక్షించు కమలనాభా దండి దొరవంచు నీవెంత దగిలినాను నేడు ప్రత్యక్షమై నన్ను నిర్వహింపు భూషణ వికాస శ్రీధర్మ పురనివాస దుష్ట సంహార నరసింహ Durita Dhura.
Very well done, Kanta Garu. Thank you so much for reciting the Padyam. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which part of the Padyam do you find a bit challenging?
I don't really. It's just that I cannot see properly, so I just have eyesight problem. But,
Sorry, and we caught you off guard tonight.
No. I love that. I love challenges. I love challenges.
Thank you. Wonderful, Kanta Garu. We really appreciate your enthusiasm, and we always see that you are posting your recordings on the group and encouraging others. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to use the last 10 minutes of this 30-minute session, the first 30-minute session, to look at Om Venkata Giri Ramana. And I would like to ask Rani Garu and Sivaji Anna to assist us with this, as they have sung this before and they have been working on it. So can I please ask them to assist us with this? I'm going to put up the Harati for you to see on the screen now. So the Venkateshwara Harati, it was the first Harati that we learned in our class. I think we had a vision that we wanted to be ready with this Harati so that we could sing it for this time of the year, this September Pertasi and this Venkateshwara Vratam that we are all performing. And I see many people have learned the Harati, and it's a wonderful way to end any prayer, especially during this time of the year. So I would like to, for us to go through this. I would also like to mention that Dina Garu from Lamasi Andhra Sabha has also learned this Sarathi, and we're very happy to see that he knows this Arati, and he will be presenting this Arati at our Unity Bhajana that's coming up this Sunday. Thank you very much to Dina Garu for that. So let's go through this. I'm going to call upon Rani Garu now to assist us with this Arati.
Must I sing the whole song, Praveen Garu?
I think sing the first verse for us, and then stop, and then I will go through it and see whether there's any difficulty.
Okay. Om Venkatagiri Ramana Shri Pavana Shubhacharana Mangalamaya Ko Mangalamaya Ko Jaya Jaya Shri Ramana Marati Gai Konuma.
Good. That verse seems to be fine for most people, I think. Rani Garu?
Maybe just check with the participants and see if they're okay with it.
If Vishen Garu is on the call, can I ask him, because he has sung this Harati at our Ram Bhajana? Let's see how he feels with this. This Harati, if there's anything specifically that we need to look at. Okay, let's move on to the next verse.
Okay. Shri Sapta Chalavasa Bhakta Jana Mandara Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara Shri Garuda Chalavasa Jagamula Nile Shrisha Jaya Jaya Shri Ramana Marati Gai Konuma.
Wonderful. Apologies. Vishen Garu was unable to unmute. I've unmuted him now. He can join us. I think in this verse, we generally have a bit of a challenge with Bhakta Jana Mandara. So, you know, it's a Bhakta Jana Mandara, Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara. Vishen Garu?
Namaskaram, Praveen.
Namaskaram, Vishen Garu.
So we're starting from
I want you to look at Sri Sapta, Sri Sapta Chalavasa, Bhakta Jana Mandara. I want you just to go through that with us.
Okay.
Hmm.
Must I sing,
yeah,
or
you
are you leading,
can,
Praveen? Okay,
you may sing. Okay, you may sing.
Okay. Sri Sapta Chalavasa Bhakta Jana Mandara Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara Sri Garuda Chalavasa.
Let's just correct that one.
Okay, so Sri Sapta Chalavasa. Can we sing that for us, Rani Garu?
Shri Sapta Chalavasa Bhakta Jana Mandara Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara.
Okay. Sri Sapta Chalavasa Bhakta Jana Mandara Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara. That right? Okay. Vishangaru, you want to try that?
Sri Sapta Chalavasa Bhakta Jana Mandara Swami Bhakta Jana Mandara.
Wow, perfectly done. Okay, so we need to sing that rapidly. Bhakta Jana Mandara. So I see you got that, right? And we have to do that in all of the verses, right? If you go to the next verse as well, you'll find Papa Vimochana Deva Pavana Gunanama Jaya Pavana Gunanama. So this part, Asrita Sri Mandara Anupama Jagadodan. Ashrita Sri Mandara Anupama Jagadodara. Jaya Jaya Shri Ramana Marati Gai Konuma. I'd like us to check that last verse as well. Rani Garu, will you sing that Shri Tirumala Girivasa?
Shri Tirumala Girivasa Shri Pallada Shayana Jaya Shri Pallada Shayana Paramadaya Kara Shresha Sapta Sapta Chalapati Vasa Jaya Jaya Shri Ramana Marati Gai Konuma.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So this arati is being learnt very well, and I have to congratulate everyone that is learning it. There is a slight challenge with some of the lines, but mostly I think 90% we are singing this arati well. So well done to everyone that is learning it. So in tonight's program, we are going to be learning a Padhyam, a Bhajana, and a Mangalam. We have chosen for this week a very popular Padhyam, Bratiki Nannaluni. It is from the Narasimha Satakamu. It's very popular in the Ram Bhajana. It's a Padhyam that our ancestors were very fond of reciting. We are very happy that many people know the Padhyam and many people still want to learn it. One of the purposes of our Padhyamulu class is for us to find the right words and to find the meaning of the things that we are reciting. So today in the class, we will look at the Padhyam and the words, and we'll look at those words that are challenging out there, and we can assist anyone who would like to recite this Padhyam. Let me share the Padhyam with you now. Okay, so welcome to this week's class. Thank you to all of you that assisted me during the first 30 minutes. We like using the first 30 minutes of the class to revise things that we've learned so that we can fix any mistakes that we are unable to pick up, from individuals who are practicing on their own, and they can share these with us in the class. And thank you very much for working with us in the first 30 minutes. We're now going to move on to the first Padhyam. It's Bratiki Nannaluni. It's from the Narasimha Satakamu. Before I go on to the Padhyam, I do not have a detailed meaning of the Padhyam. I will be getting the detailed meaning, but an abridged meaning of the Padhyam is like this. So this Padhyam means, as long as I live, I will not miss your bhajana. But when Yamadeva comes, your true devotees do not fear death. When life is plucked away, it is Maya and power of your name and bhajana sung in your name that will give me courage. So what a wonderful meaning this Padhyam has. It actually is the Padhyam that celebrates bhajana that is so close to our heart. And he talks about the power of the name and the power of bhajanas sung in the name that will give us courage, especially courage in times when we really need courage. So let us get into this Padhyam. I'm going to recite it for you. I am also learning to fix mistakes that I may have picked up along the way. So I would like you to guide me and help me as well. Bratiki nannaluni bhajana tappanu gani marana kalamu nandu marutunemo yavela yamadutalagrahambuna vachi pranamulpakalinchi pattunapudu kapavada paityamul gappaga brahmacheta kampamudbhava mandi kashtapaduchu na jivvato ninnu narayanāyanchu bilutuno sramacheta biluvano nati kippude chesedani nama bhajana talachedanu jevini nidavayya dhairyamuganu bhushana vikasa shri dharma puranivasa dushta samhara narasimha durita dura. I mentioned it before, and I'll say it again, that I generally have a challenge to read from the English copy. So I'm going to go through the Telugu words now so that it is clear to us what we are reciting. Bratiki nannaluni bhajana tappanu gani madana kalamunandu marutu nemu. Nemo. So it's a mo at the end. Nemo. Is that right, Rani Garu?
It's Maratu Nemo.
Nemo. So it's not Nemu, right? It's Nemo.
Nemo.
We have a
Maratu.
mo. Maratu Nemo. Ya vela yamaduta lagrahambuna vachi pranamul pekalinchi pattu nappudu kapavada paityamul gappaga brahmacheta gampa mudbhava mandi kashtapaduchu na jivvato ninnu narayana yanchu bilutuno shramacheta biluvano nati kippude chetu ni nama bhajana talachedanu jevi nidavayya dhairyamuganu bhushana vikasa shri dharmapura nivasa dushta samhara narasimha durita dura. When I was researching this Padhyam and trying to get the copy of the Padhyam, I did have a challenge with a few of the words. And you might be surprised when you're seeing the Padhyam as well, that there might be a slight variation to what you know. We would like to fix that and get that fixed for the benefit of consistency and all of us reading from the same page. So let's speak to Rani Garu.
Praveen Garu, I just noticed, right, because there's a copy, the Telugu copy, second the Biluvano.
Biluvano.
But the other copy I got says Biluvaleno.
Yes, so that's one of the variations that I've picked up,
Yes.
So I've seen this Padhyam written in Telugu, and one copy has Biluvano and one has Biluvaleno. And I see both of them are acceptable, and I've seen even recitals being done like that. So you can choose whichever way, but I've seen in South Africa, we are saying Biluvaleno.
Yes, I think we're used to that. And I think it rhymes,
Yeah, so I'm going to ask Vishen Garu. He's going to work with me on the Padhyam. I'm not sure if he has actually recited this Padhyam before. And if there's anybody on the call tonight that has recited this Padhyam before, please can you let us know. And if you would like to recite it based on what you know as well, we would appreciate it. Okay, sorry. So I'm getting Vishen Garu to assist us now. Vishen Garu.
Hi, Praveen.
So this Padhyam, have you recited it before?
Yes, we did. We do recite this Padhyam, but
Okay.
again, I had a quick look at your copy. The words are slightly different.
There are
Yeah,
slight variations to
slight
it.
variations, very
Yeah.
slight. Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's the purpose of this class as well, is for us, to attend to those things rather than leave them unattended and be unsure when we're reciting the Padyam. Is it right, that or wrong?
I also know the Padhyam as being Biluvaleno and not
Okay,
Biluvalo. Yeah.
okay. So I would like us to go with Biluva Lenu, and I will adjust the copy accordingly. Is there any other variations in the copy that you are concerned about? I think there's one part there is Nati Kipude Che Seda. Is it Che Seda or Che Tuni? Che Seda. What do you say at that point? Okay, let's go through the
Let's
Padyam
go
and
through
let's
it and
see how
see.
you. I will put the copy up, but you recite it based on how you have done it, and then we'll see from there.
Okay. Om Bratikinanaloni Bhajana Tappunu Gani Maradakalamu Nandu Marudanemo Yavella Yamaduta Lagrambuna Vachi Pranamol Pekalinchi Pettunapado Kappavatya Paityamol Gappa Gabra Macheta Gampa Mudbhava Mandi Kashtapadachu Na Jivatonninu Narayana Biludano Shrama Chetta Biluvaleno Nadeki Pude Sheshadani Nama Bhajana Talachede nu jivi nidave Tairi Amuganu Pushana Vikasa Sri Dharma Puranivasa Tosta Simhara Narasimha Durita Dura.
Okay, thank you very much, Vishengaru. It actually sounds quite close to what most people are reciting as well. I think there might be just a few areas that we need to look at, We've already picked up on Bilu Valenu, so I think we'll make it Bilu Valenu. And the other part is Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana. Is that what you normally say? Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana.
The way it's transcripted, it's slightly different from the copy that we have because you can imagine the transcription version of this Padhyam. Yeah. So it's
what I've got here is a transcription.
Na the Kippude Cheshda Ni Nama Bhajana Tala Chedenu Jivinid Daveya Tairiya Muganu. So that's the way we normally say it.
Okay, so I think we are quite close in terms of the wording. It's maybe a slight difference. If you go to the Telugu copy, they've said Chetu. So I made it Cheseda because I've heard the Rambhajan, the Rambhajana, they say Chesedani. So Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana Tala Chedanu Jevi. It's Jevi like Jevi Nidavaya Dairya Muganu. So those are the two areas I had a general challenge, but overall, I think the Padyam is well recited out there. So I'm going to go through the Padyam with you, Vishengaru, if you will repeat after me.
Okay.
Okay. Bratiki Nannaluni.
Pratiki Nannaluni.
Bhajana Tappanugani.
Bhajana Tappanugani.
Marana Kalamu Nandu.
Marudakala Monandu.
So it's Marana Kalamu.
Marana Kala Monandu.
Marutu Nemo.
Marudu Nemo.
So I'm going to put up the English translation, so for the benefit of everyone to follow as well. So we'll read it without a tune if it's okay with you.
Okay.
Bratiki Nannaluni.
Pratiki Nannaluni.
Bhajana Tappanugani.
Bhajana Tappanugani.
Marana Kalamunandu.
Marana Kalamunandu.
Maratunemo.
Maratunemo.
So it's, yeah, more at the end. It's not mu, it's more, right? So you got that right. Ya vela yamaduta,
Ya vela yamaduta,
la graham bunavachi,
la graham munavachi,
pranamul pekalinchi.
pranamul pekelinchi,
So it's like that peka linchi, peka linchi.
kalinchi,
Yeah. Pattu napudu.
pattu napadu.
That's great. So let's recite. I'm going to say the first two verses, lines, and then you will repeat it, and then I'll say the next two lines, right?
Okay.
Bratiki nannaluni bhajana tappanu gani marana kalamunandu maratunemo.
Pratikina naluni bhajana tappunugani maranakala munandu marudanemo.
Great. Ya vela yamaduta lagrahambunavachi pranamul pekalinchi pattu napudu.
Ya vela yamaduta lagrahambunavachi pranamul pekalinchi pattu napadu.
So that first two verses or lines, those first four, seems to be straightforward and easy to understand for you, Vishankar. You've done this patyam many times,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Kappavata paithyamul
Kappavatya paithyamul
gappaga brahmacheta
kappaga brahmacheta
gampa mudbhava mandi
gampa mudbhava mandi
kashtapaduchu.
kashtapadachu.
Okay, so kashtapaduchu. So it'll be
Kashtapaduchu.
paduchu. Okay, great.
Kashtapaduchu.
Duchu. Okay. You see, as well, as we slow the padyam down, we can actually get the words, correct. Like you said the last time as well, with the tune, it's different to saying the padyam straightforward. So, you have to flow with the tune. So I think it's a good idea, from a learning perspective, is to break it down. I think often we learn it straight from a tune, you understand? Somebody recites it and then we learn it from there and it becomes a little bit difficult.
And you use that tune to remember the words sometimes. And
Yeah.
then the next verse and the next verse, yeah.
So I found that, just going through the words like this is quite helpful. But no, not everybody is so patient to do this. But if we do, we will produce a better end result. And I thank you for your patience with me, because this is not a new padyam to you. You've done this many times, but you are willing to go through it with me to see how we can make it better, right?
100%.
Wonderful.
100%.
Okay, so na jivvato ninnu
Na jivvato ninnu
narayana yanchu
narayana yanchu
bilutuno sramacheta
biludano shramacheta
bilutuno
bilutuno shramacheta.
Cheta biluvaleno. So we'll make it biluvaleno. I'll change the copy.
Biluvaleno.
Biluvaleno. Great. Nati kippude
Nati kippude
cheseda
cheseda
ninama bhajana
ninama bhajana
talachedanu
talachedanu
jevi, like jevi,
jevi
nidavaya
nidavaya
dhairya muganu.
dhairya muganu.
Okay, I think that verse as well is fine. There might be a challenge sometimes with nati kippude chesedani nama bhajana tala chedanu jevi nidavaya dhairya muganu. Okay, so let's do that. I'll do the first line and then the second line as well separately. So Nati kippude che seda ni nama bhajana.
Nadi kippude chesheda ni nama bhajana.
Tala chedanu chevi nidavaya dairya muganu.
Tala chedanu jevinidavaya dairya muganu.
Good. Okay, so that's good. We've got through the whole Padyan. That's really good, which we needed to. The last part, Bhushana Vikasa Sri Dharma Puranivasa Dushta Samhara Narasimha Durita Dura. I think we are all very familiar with that, those two lines. Yeah, managing to do it. Let us go through the Padyam together again, Vishengaru, if you're happy to do that.
That's fine.
Thank you. Bratiki Nannaluni Bhajana Tappanugani Marana Kalamunandu Maratunemo. You can repeat.
Pratikina naloni bhajana tapponugani maranakala monandu marudanemo.
Ya Vela Yamaduta Lagrahambuna Vachi Pranamul Pekalinchi Pattunapuru.
Ya vela yamaduta lagrahambunavachi pranamul pekalinchi pattunapadu.
Kapavada Paithyamul Gappaga Brahmacheta Gampa Mudbhavamandi Kashtapaduchu.
Kappavatya paityamul gappaga brahmachetta gampa mudbhava mandi kashtapadachu.
Na Jivvato Ninnu Narayanayanchu Bilutu no Sramacheta Biluvaleno.
Na jivvatonninu narayuna yunchu biludano shramacheta biluvaleno.
Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana Talachedanu Chevi Nidavaya Dairya Muganu. I think let's break that line up a bit because that tends to be a challenge in the end. So I'm just going to say the first part. Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana.
Nati kippude chesheda ni nama bhajana.
Talachedanu Chevi Nidavaya Dairya Muganu.
Talachedanu jevinidavaya dairya muganu.
Okay, great. Bhushana Vikasa Sri Dharma Puranivasa Dushta
Pranivasa
Samharana
dosa samhara narasama durta dura.
Okay, wonderful. Great. Thank you, Vishengaru. Do you think there's things that you learned that you could change from the way you're currently reciting this?
Definitely. It's I think breaking it up like this into the single syllables and pronouncing it like this, it sort of rolls your tongue into the right formation when you're saying it. Hopefully we pick up a better habit when we reciting these padyams.
Yes. And also, something that we know, it's very hard to change, so we understand that and we respect that, people are still reciting this Padhyam and we really respect them for reciting this Padhyam. One of the things, Vishengaru, you and I chatted about is that more than 90%, the Ram Bhajan groups are doing really well in terms of their songs and their Padhyams and that. Here and there,
Yes.
there are things that need to be fixed, like now, this is a clear example with Ratikinan Nalini. We found a slight few things that we need to attend to. If you take those things aside, that means more than 90%.
We must also do Kaya Menta Bayana as well.
Okay,
I think Kaya Menta Bayana is also a very popular padyam from this. Yeah, I think that's one we should also tackle. I know there's a lot of people that likes that padyam and likes reciting it, but yeah.
There's a challenge with that.
And you hear so many different variations and yes.
Vishengaru, I will definitely bring that on the program.
Sometimes
for next
you can pick
week.
up this, yeah, 100%.
Excellent. Okay, thank you so much for working with me on this Padhyam. I'm going to go through the Padhyam again one more time for the benefit of all that are watching tonight. And we will encourage all our learners on the program, whether you're on the call tonight or you're watching on YouTube tonight, or you are just on our WhatsApp group, please try to learn the Padhyam, and you may recite it and post a copy on the group. We would look forward to that. And we are here to help. We have a number of people with experience from various Ram Bhajan groups and Andhra Sabhas that are prepared to assist us and assist you as well. So please take advantage of this opportunity. Bratikinannaluni bhajana tappanugani marana kalamunandu maratunemo Yavela Yamadu Talagrahambuna Vachi Prana Multakalinchi Pattunapudu Kapavada Paityamu Gappaga Brahmacheta Gampa Mudbava Mandi Kashta Paduchu Na Jivato Ninnu Narayana Yanchu Bilutuno Sramacheta Biluvaleno Nati Kippude Cheseda Ni Nama Bhajana Talachedanu Jevinidavaya Dhairyamuganu Bhushana Vikasa Sri Dharmapura Nivasa Dushta Samhara Narasimha Durita Dura. Namaskaram, and thank you very much to Vishay and Garu for participating in this, and thank you to all of you that are present on the call tonight and for learning this Padhyam with us. Tonight we have a bhajana that we are very, very fond of, and we are very popular in our Ram Bhajan and very popular in our Hari Bhajan sessions as well. It's Paluke Bangaramayana. It is a favorite of many, many people, and we are very fortunate tonight to have with us Sivaji Garu, who will be assisting and teaching us Paluke Bangaramayana in our class tonight. We are very fortunate to have his support and his constant encouragement for the work that we're doing. He loves music. Music emanates from him. That's the thing he loves the most. So I'm grateful that he's here with us tonight. Let us welcome Sivaji Garu tonight to our class, and we thank him for his time and especially for giving us this lesson, Paluke Bangaramayana, a very, very precious and a song that we're very fond of. Thank you to Sivaji Garu.
Humble namaskaram to everyone.
Namaskaram.
And I think this particular bhajana, he is very familiar to everyone, like you mentioned, Praveen Garu.
Yes.
And there's different styles of singing, from Bala Murali Krishna to Yesudas to S.B. Balasubramaniam. And if you go into YouTube, everything is on there. But from simple background that we all are coming from, it's not how good we sing or how well we sing. It's how much of energy, devotion, and the bhava that goes into the song, and with how much of love that we sing this bhajan here, as much as it is simple. So this song is in the ragam, Ananda Bhairavi, and the talam is Adi talam, which is a 3-beat. If you're doing a classical, you do it on 8-beat. And then there's a pallavi, anupallavi, and then you've got 2 charanams, like you're always quoting in your bhajan session on this platform. So firstly, I want to read out the meaning before I go into one line of the song. And then thereafter, the participants can give them an opportunity maybe to do the first line. Let's hear from them how I can learn and how my Rani Garu can learn. And we can put this together with lots of bhava in it. I think the devotion is important because bhajana is the bhojanam of everybody. This is what we offer to the Lords. So if the bhajana is out of devotion, then you'll sing it with the devotion and the Lord will listen to us. So I'll go into the meaning firstly, which many have done the research on it. And I think you got it on your list here. So I will just do it because I also did some research. So it says, Sri Ramadas pleads with the Lord for talking to him. In spite of ardent prayers, Sri Ramadas observes that the Lord was not listening to his requests. This is one of the famous rendition of Sri Ramadas, and is sung by all, particularly in the rural folk during Sri Navami celebrations. the Pallavi part, the first line, O Rama, is it that a word from your mouth is so precious and rare? Anupallavi, why don't you respond when I call you? I have never forgotten your thoughts, even in my dreams. The Charanam 1, you are not moved in spite of my repeated requests, prayers, entreating and beseeching, searching for Lord Rama, Ramadas. If you become stubborn, how can I bear as I am a puny creature? So please talk to me. So Ramadas is pleading to the Lord. So this bhajana, when you sing it, you have to plead to the Lord so that Baba has to come out very strong, that love and that devotion. And I want to emphasize that love and devotion is very important here. Charanam 2, you are well known to the universe that you are always the savior of the people who supplicate to you. So please show compassion on me. So you sing it with a lot of compassion. You don't need to be a professional. You need to be a humble, simple singer to offer to the Lord the bhojanam that you're preparing. Now, this is actually now the menu for the bhojanam for the Lord. You have to have the proper menu and all the ingredients to offer the song to the Lord so that He'll be able to listen and care and take care of our needs. So what I did was on the harmonium, I took it on the scale A. So other singers will take it at different scales. It's better to sing soft than sing it very high, very high scale. So we'll start with the first line. Paluke Bangara Mayana Kodanda Pani Paluke Bangara Mayana Paluke Bangara Mayana Kodanda Pani Paluke Bangara Mayana Paluke Bangara Mayana Pilechina Palukavemi Paluke Bangaramaya Pilechina Palukavemi Kalaloni Namasmarana Maravanu Chakani Tandi Kalaloni Namasmarana Maravanu Chakani Tandi Paluke Bangaramayana Odanda Pani Paluke Bangara So that's the first line of the song. So others will sing it differently in Ram Bhajans, which is very nice. I've heard it. These youngsters, the youth is very good at it. So it's best to do it in the format that one understands it. But let us not be too Carnatic. It's a very simple bhajan. The simplest of the simplest servant of God must be able to understand this particular song, how to sing it. So the first line that I sang, it says, your talk has become gold, O Rama. O Kondandapani, Rama with bow in hand. Why don't you talk when I call you? Paluke Bangaramayana. Kodandapani Paluke Bangaramayana. Why don't you talk when I call you, O Rama? I think of your name even in my dreams. Oh, my dear father, I can never forget you. Those words will tell you how the lyrics should be sung. So that's very important. So to keep it like, let's give one of your participants, I think you can coordinate that, to try the first line. And then maybe I can also learn from that.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sivaji Garu. That's the meaning of this song is tremendously powerful. And once you know the meaning, you will sing the song in a different way, for sure. Is there anybody on the call tonight that would like to practice with Sivaji Garu on this song? So I'll ask Sivaji Garu to sing, and I will practice with you in the meanwhile. And then I would like to ask to also introduce to the class the Ram Bhajana style of singing this for the benefit of those who sing at Ram Bhajana. So I'll ask Sivaji Garu to please to teach me the song, and I will sing the chorus, and I'll learn the song from him for the benefit of the class.
Praveen Garu, and for the benefit of the participants, I think for those that don't have this book here, the Ram Bhajans by Bhadrachala Ramadas and Swami Tyagaraja. Because in India, they're singing different charanams, you know. So we keep it simple as South Africa.
Yes.
Around here, that we can share it with all the simple people out there.
Right.
So if I'm singing according to this book.
Okay.
So anybody has any other different charanam, they can share it with me and then I can learn it. But I also today, when I was listening to S.B. Balasubramaniam and singing this particular song here, they had different other words. So I have to learn it sometime or the other. And I think this platform gives us that opportunity to learn.
That's correct. Yeah.
Padhyamulu.
Yeah.
Okay,
For the sake of the class, I kept it to the most familiar sharanams that we sing, you know.
Yeah, correct.
Enta Vedina Niku and Sharanagatantrana. There's other verses, there's Iruvuga Busakalona, and then there's the other one as well. So those are a little complicated for the South African public because we haven't really been singing it in the past. But for those who would like to learn it, we will provide the words. But let's stick with this shorter version as well.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
So you may sing and I will follow you.
Okay, I'll do each line and then you can give me chorus.
Right.
Okay. I'll just put a one sudhi and then I'll start. Paluke bangara mayana andapani paluke bangara mayana
Paluke bangara mayena kodanda pani paluke bangara mayena.
The second part. Paluke bangara mayana kodanda pani paluke bangara mayana.
Paluke bangara mayena kodanda pani paluke bangara mayena.
Paluke bangara maya pilechina palukavemi.
Paluke bangara maye pilachina palukavemi.
Paluke bangara maya pilechina palukavemi.
Paluke bangara maye pilachina palukavemi.
Kalaloni namasmarana maravanu chakkani tanri alla.
Kalaloni namasmarana maruvanu chakani tandri.
Kalaloni namasmarana maravanu chakkani tanri.
Kalaloni namasmarana maruvanu chakani tandri.
Paluke bangara mayana kodanda pani paluke bangara mayana.
Paluke bangara mayena kodanda pani paluke bangara mayena.
Yenta vedina niku suntaina dayaradu.
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 Pantamu cheyane nentati vadanu tanri.
Pantamu seyane nentati vadanu tandri.
Pantamu cheyane nentati vadanu tanri.
Pantamu cheyane nentati vadanu tandri.
Paluke bangara mayana kodanda pani paluke bangara mayana.
పలుకే బంగారమాయేనా కోదండపాణి పలుకే బంగారమాయేనా
శరణాగత త్రాణ బిరుదాంకుతవుగడ
శరణాగతాత్రాణ బిరుడాంకుదవుగావ
శరణాగత త్రాణ బిరుదాంకుదవుగడ
శరణాగతాత్రాణ బిరుడాంకుదవుగావ
కరుణించు భద్రాచల వర రామదాస పోష
కరుణించు భద్రాచల వర రామ దాస పోష
పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండపాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన
పలుకే బంగారమాయేనా కోదండపాణి పలుకే బంగారమాయేనా. Thank you, Sivaji Garu, for teaching me Paluke Bangaramayana.
Yeah, so what will happen now to support the singer? So when you prepare a bhojanam, a certain meal, you have all the ingredients. So we need to now get a database, like I suggested to you as the coordinator, for musicians, that we can support each singer within this whole platform.
Okay.
Musician will pick the singer up, you know.
Yes, for sure.
All the participants are singing so well, so we must just now support them with music and things like that.
Excellent, that would be great. Can I ask you, Sivaji Garu, to sing the song for us from the whole song out, because you haven't sung it on your own with your harmonium, so we can get a sense of what it's like to sing this bhajana and how to sing it with that with the meaning and the feeling that you understand from this.
Okay, so I'll just take note of this lyrics that you sent, and then share what we have it in the book here, because remember R.S. Naidu, P.M. Naidu, N.C. Naidu went to India to file this book here, and I think it's important that we can share this with the Ram Bhajan groups, the youth.
Yes.
Them. Even if I have to make copies of it and give it to each of these participants, it will help them, empower them and encourage them, like, you know.
Exactly. What I'd like to do is look at the copy you have, because there is a slight variation in my copy as well.
Okay.
So, and I'd like to fix that. Okay.
And then you can then share this, transmit the information to all the participants that's on today's.
Wonderful. And that is the purpose of this platform, is for us to find out where we are, have our shortcomings, and then fix those things so that we can present a better product to the Lord.
Yeah, but you see, you're giving me this opportunity because I also myself, I'm learning with the lyrics. I'm also learning Telugu at the same time on this platform. And all the bhajanas that's coming on here and the Padhyamulu, it goes back for me like 55 years ago when my Telugu teacher, Auntie Kamla Ramadu, taught us, and Munsami, the top Telugu scholar. And even Varna also sang this with me. So to pay tribute to them, I need to learn it properly and then give it back to the community.
I really admire your humility that after all these years and after singing it after so long, you still feel that you can improve. It's something for us to learn from you. Thank you, Sivaji Garu.
Yeah, so whether we are Tamil, whether we are Hindi, and even Telugu, we are learning all together in this because we are one human being. So the saying is, Madhava Seva is Madhava Seva, service to man is service to God. And that's what. Because when our parents prepare the bhojanam for us to eat, they are the last ones to eat, especially our mother. So same way God, he's waiting until we prepare it and then he'll enjoy it.
Exactly.
That is bhajan. I'll sing it with your permission.
Namaskar, please do.
Paluke Bangaramayana Kodandapani Paluke Bangaramayana Paluke Bangaramayana Kodandapani Paluke Bangaramayana Paluke Bangaramaya Tilechina Palukavemi Paluke Bangaramaya Tilechina పలుకే బంగార మయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగార మయన ఎంత వేదినా నీకు సుంతైన దయరదు ఎంత వేదినా నీకు సుంతైన దయరదు అంతము చేయనే ఎంతటి వాదను తండ్రి పంతము చేయనే ఎంతటి వాదను తండ్రి పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన శరణాగత త్రాణ తిరుతాంకుతవుగర శరణాగత త్రాణ తిరుతాంకుతవుగర కరుణించు భద్రాచల పరనామదాస భూష కరుణించు భద్రాచల పరనామదాస భూష పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన పలుకే బంగారమాయ పిలిచిన పలుకవేమి కలలోని నామస్మరణ మరవాను చక్కని తండ్రి కలలోని నామస్మరణ మరవాను చక్కని తండ్రి పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన కోదండ పాణి పలుకే బంగారమయన.
Oh, wonderful. That was very well done. Thank you so much. That's so beautifully sung.
I just want to share with you, Praveen, lastly, before I conclude this in a few seconds, and for all participants. When I was watching S.B. Balasubramaniam, when they were paying a tribute to him, and when he made a mistake, he said, "I am sorry." And he started again. So what I want to say is that we are only human to make an error. But if we make an error, we can improve ourselves. But if we think without the correction from others, then we will continue singing in the wrong way. So if somebody is saying, this is how the party should be, and this is my recipe, at least we can learn from that. And how rushy it will be, how tasty it will be. So bhajana is bhojana. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Sivaji Garu.
I'm enjoying your Telugu and all the Padhyamulus. And it brings
Thank you.
emotional, But thank you.
Thank
and
you.
you for listening to me.
We can't wait. We can't wait for you to be back on the program. This was an absolutely enjoyable experience for all of us. I speak for everyone. Thank you. Namaskaram. And thank you to Sivaji Garu for that excellent presentation and training us with Paluke Bangaramayana. In the last 15 minutes of our Padhyamulu and Paataalu class, we'd like to move on to the new item that we are teaching in class, and that is the Rama Mangalam, Sarva Mangalan Nama Sita. This is also a Mangalam that is very well known in the past, over the last 20 or 30 years, even more. And many people are familiar with it, but we found that this is a great opportunity to teach others that are not aware of this Mangalam and beautiful Rama Mangalam. I'm going to invite Roxana Garu to practice this Mangalam with me. She's very familiar with this Mangalam. It used to be sung very often at the Paataalu Sri Ramulu temple, especially during Ram Nomi, and it was very lovingly sung by everyone. So we are happy to teach you that tonight. I'm going to sing the Mangalam a bit for you, and Roxana Garu is going to work with me so that you can learn from us this Mangalam. Namaskaram, Roxana Garu.
Namaskaram, everyone.
Okay, I'm going to start the Mangalam for you. Sarva Mangala Nama Sita Rama Rama Sarva Vinuta Shanti Data Rama Rama Manasuloni Maya Bapi Rama Rama Manapumani Momujupi Rama Rama Nivune Nanubeda Buddhi Mapi Malo Nilupuma Jnana Siddhi Rama Rama Kama Krodha Lobha Moha Pasam Bola Kadakudrosi Kahumaya Rama Rama Ekasila Puravasa Sita Rama Rama Lokesha Baurupa Vilasa Kodanda Rama Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana Preminchu Palinchu Narayana Preminchu Palinchu Narayana Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana Rama Krishna Govinda Narayana. This Mangalam was actually sung in a movie in the 1940s celebrating the life of Bhakta Potana, who was a great poet, a great Telugu poet. We learned a Padyam from Bhakta Potana not long ago, Elvani J. Janinchu. So he's the poet who this movie was about, and this song, Sarva Mangala Nama Sita, came from that movie. I'm going to invite Roxana Garu to join me with the practice of this song. Okay, Roxana Garu, you with us?
Ready? I'm ready.
Okay, namaskar. You have sung this Mangalam before?
We sing it every Monday at
Oh, so you are very familiar with this.
Yeah.
Can I ask you to sing this Mangalam for me? You can choose the Shuddhi you want and sing, and then I will follow you as the chorus.
Okay, you want me to sing each verse?
Yes, you can start with the first verse and we'll move through at least the first 2 or 3 verses and then we'll continue next week.
Okay, all right. Sarvamangala Nama Sita Rama Rama Sarvamangala Nama Sita Rama Rama Sarva Vinuta Shanti Dhata Rama Rama Sarva Vinuta Shanti Dhata Rama Rama.
Okay, wonderful. So I will sing that now. Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidata Rama Rama. So when you sing this, do you sing the first line twice and the second line twice again? Can you sing it again for
Sometimes.
me? Sing it how you normally sing this.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidhata Rama Rama. Sing it once.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidata Rama Rama.
Manasuloni Maya Bapi Rama Rama Manapumani Momujupi Rama Rama.
Manasuloni Maya Bapi Rama Rama Manupumani Momujupi Rama Rama. Do you repeat the first verse again in between each one, or do we just move to the next verse? How does
Yeah,
it
you repeat it. Yeah, we go back to the first line.
Okay. Sing the first verse again.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidhata Rama Rama.
Sarvamangala Rama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidata Rama Rama.
Nibune nano peda buddhi mapi malo nilopumani gana siddhi Rama Rama. Pravindra, there's a change on that
yes,
word
I've noticed that word as well, that it's Nilupumani, Jnana Siddhi, Rama Rama.
Yeah.
Okay. Nivune nanubeda buddhi mapi malo Nilupumani jnana siddhi Rama Rama.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidhata Rama Rama.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidata Rama Rama.
Kama Krodha Lobha Moha Pasambula Kadakudrosi Kahumaya Rama Rama.
Kama Krodha Lobha Moha Pasambula Kadakudrosi kagumaya Rama Rama.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama Sarvavinuta Shantidhata Rama Rama.
Sarvamangalanama Sita Rama Rama. Sarvavinuta Shantidata Rama Rama.
Ekasila Puravasa Sita Rama Rama Loke Sabaurupa Vilasa Kodandha Rama.
Ekasila Puravasa Sita Rama Rama Lokesha Baurupa Vilasa Kodanda Rama.
Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana Preminchu Palinchu Narayana Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana.
Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana Preminchu Palinchu Narayana Ramakrishna Govinda Narayana. So that last verse, we sing it a number of times fast, and we sing it fast, and we've finished
And
the
the last one faster, yeah.
yeah.
Just the variation of the speed.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Roxana Garu, for helping me to teach this class, especially this Mangalam, which is very, very fun to most of us. It's a very sweet Mangalam.
Thank you, Pravindra.
We will get the meaning of the Mangalam for you, and we will discuss it in our next class. We thank you very much for your presence tonight in our class. Thank you for learning with us. This is a public platform, belongs to the public, and let us make use of this opportunity to learn together and go back to our organizations, our Ram Bhajan groups and our Sabhas and other Telugu organizations, and take what we've learned and teach other people. Thank you very much once again for your presence. And it's just one announcement. This weekend, we have Ram Bhajana, as usual, the third week Ram Bhajana Saturday program, which starts at 6:30 and concludes at 9:30. We are very fortunate to have Ilova Ram Bhajan group and Isipingo Andhra Sabha, together with another Vishnu Ram Bhajan group, to join us this weekend for the Saturday night program. On Sunday, the 4th of October, is our Unity Bhajana, which is held on the first Sunday of each month. This is our second Unity Bhajana. We have a wonderful lineup of singers from the public that have come forward and would like to be part of the program. We look forward to bringing you this program on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., a 2-hour Hari Bhajana, beautiful unity among all our people singing together on Sunday. We look forward to hosting you on Saturday night for the Ram Bhajan and Sunday for the Hari Bhajana program. Thank you once again for your time. If there's anybody on the call tonight that would like to share their experience of what they've had tonight, or any comments, or would like to make any suggestions, you're welcome to raise your hand, and I'll give you an opportunity now to share your experience with us. Is there anybody who would like to speak to us tonight? Okay. If there is nothing further, I would like to thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you once again next week, Tuesday, for the Padhyamulu and Paataalu class. Please try to learn some of the items that we have shared with you tonight, and you're welcome to post it on our WhatsApp group. Let us learn together, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday night and on Sunday once again. Namaskaram, and thank you to each one of you. Let us now end with the Shanti part and close this evening's program. If there's anybody else who would like to mention anything, I will give you a chance to say something at the stage. Okay, thank you. Let's end with the Shanti part. Om Dyo Shanti Rantarikshagum Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadaya Shanti Vanaspatiya Shanti Viswadeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagum Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Redi. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskaram and Dhanyavadamulu to everyone. Shubharatri. Good night.